Hi, and welcome to this week's business updates from me, Michael Hardy. I just want to start by asking, have you ever been afraid to change a decision? Did you make a decision for business that you thought was the right thing? Down the line, you almost felt you couldn't go back on it. Don't be afraid to change a decision. If it's not right, if it doesn't feel right, if all the evidence is that it's not going to work or that there are situations have changed, then please don't feel that you don't have to keep doing what you said you were going to do. It's worse to carry on down a path and not deliver and end up in a dead end than to stop, reverse, and go the way you need to go. So don't be afraid not to change a decision that you've made. And I raise that because I get the feeling that our erstwhile Chancellor is getting himself into a position where he should probably review national insurance increase with the rising costs of energy, fuel, etc. But because he's made that decision and he's stated on numerous occasions that he's not going to change, that he's therefore not going to change. I think sometimes we have to accept that it wasn't the great decision or it needs to change because circumstances have changed. It was the right decision at the time, but it's not anymore. So please don't be afraid to change a decision that you have made. We're coming up to the end of the first quarter of 2022. Yes, that's right. We're only 2 weeks away from the end of the first quarter. How are you performing? Have you had your financial review? Have you got a date in mind where you will sit down and review how you've performed in the first quarter? Fever Tree have come out with their quarterly review, which talks about a lower than expected profits driven by cost increase as we continue to see prices rise. But don't worry about the big boys. What about us small business owners? Have you reviewed? Are you on track? Are you ahead? Are you behind? Is turnover up and profit down? Turnover down, profit up, costs down, costs up. Make sure you put some time to have a review of how your performance is at the end of the first quarter. Really important as a business. And on that note, we seem to be getting even more conflicting stories about prices and costs. I read today that fuel prices are up and yet oil prices down. So the ever-changing landscape, can you really believe everything you read? I said last week about managing your intake of news. You need to focus on the important stuff to you. And here's another example. Oil price fell below $100 a barrel, and therefore you'd think that would have a positive impact on the price of fuel. But oh no, it goes up again. So where does this end? Ever-changing landscape, focus on the things you can control, ensure you have plans in place. That's all from me this week. Short, sharp, sweet, hopefully. Have a great week. There's our contact details and stay safe, stay strong.